So thank you all so much for joining us for a live walk highlighting Christmas in Paris. French tour guide Patrick Herpe returns to give viewers a live tour of Paris during Christmas time. And just a note that if you were with us for last December, we are taking a different route this time around. And this is all sponsored by the Friends of the Library. I want to shout them out once more. So, all 250 of us who are watching live and the many more that will watch the recording, let's give a big virtual round of applause to Patrick for joining us today, or maybe I should say tonight. And Patrick, you can take it away. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Robert. Hello, everybody. Ooh, there's a two bus passing behind me. That the two-floor bus for, when you want to make a tour in the bus in Paris. So he's going to move in a couple of seconds. So I'm very happy to be with you today. I was reading from where you were coming from, lots of different locations in the States. Some from not far away from Tewksbury, I've seen, and some a bit more far away. I've seen some location that I was there 3 weeks ago. I saw some from Dallas. That's where I landed last month, and I saw some Austin from Texas. That was I was last month to see the game, and New York City now. So welcome from everybody, and I'm very happy to be with you. If you already have been with me, you know I'm a licensed tour guide in Paris, and so I do, of course, guiding tour. Today it's already late here. It's night. So the museum are closed, but have done 3 Louvre tours today. So it's not my first tour on the day, but I'm happy to finish my day with you today. And as you can see, it is a night. You can see some clouds above my head. So you see it means the sky is half cloudy, half clear. It's quite cold in centigrade. I'll let you make the translation because from centigrade to Fahrenheit, it's a nightmare always for me. But we are something like 8 centigrade. So hello Neil from Hego. So I mean it's quite cool for winter. As I was saying to Robert when we were chatting a little bit, waiting to open the tour. When I was a kid, I mean just a couple of years ago, I had snow here. I remember that I was doing some snowball contest, with my friends, and I was going to school, walking in the snow. But now with the change of climate, that we have to be careful about that. I mean, for the next generation, the snow is is not there anymore. And we start having some snow sometime in Paris, in end of February, beginning of March, which is completely crazy. And well, it's like that. So Christmas, it's not too cold, and the city is really beautiful. So if some of you already have been to Paris, I hope you are going to enjoy that time in Christmas. So today we are going to 48 degrees. Oh, that's a lot. So today we are going to do a tour from the Place Vendôme, where I'm located. You can see in my background there is magnificent light, and this is the most expensive a square to be in Paris. So we're going to start by that square. We're going to go. I just said that for you if you've got a Google map to see a bit the route we're going to take. So we start by Place Vendôme, which is not far away from the Louvre, not far away from the Tuileries Garden, not far away from the river. And then we're going to walk to the Opera House. Then from the Opera House, we'll go to the department store, and we're going to see the Christmas windows, which are adorable. And some of you are going to, I hope, to recognize where we are, because this Christmas window this year for the Printemps are about New York. Indeed. So they did a Christmas in New York. So as a New Yorkers are going to be able to tell me that's correct or that's not correct. But I have been 5 times to New York, so I also can have a little idea about that. So the Place Vendôme where we are, let me change the view on my camera. Here it is. If I can press it. So you see, this is the Place Vendôme. This is the most expensive square in Paris. And it has been created by a king of France, which is named Louis XIV. And he created that square for his pleasure. So it's a real square. And after that, he changed this square. I mean, he sold it And later on, he's going to be used by private investor, which you can see the house these days. And also in the center of the square, I will show you that in a couple of seconds. We have got a column which is dedicated to Napoleon the War and the victory in Austerlitz. This square is where we have got the most of the jewelry shop. So, if I tell you Cartier or Van Cleef or some name like that, Mauboussin or Charvet or whatever, that's where they are located. So if you like jewelries, you're at the right place. And of course, we have got all the Christmas lights, which are all over the square. On the opposite side here, you see this is the Louis Vuitton shop. And you see they have got some stars, which are blinking and not blinking. So you see it's like a little show that they do. There's no music, but you see they make like a little show. And just here, I just try to figure out if I can show that to you, especially for the Texan on board. Yes, here it is. I don't know if the Zoom is going to be able to read it for you, but I'm going to show you maybe something that you don't know, dear Texan. So let me go there above here. You see over there, far above, there's a mark. And you see on that mark, okay, thank you to have told me because I didn't see the audio was left. So I come back. I say here, what you can see, that was the former embassy of Texas. When Texas was an independent country out of the US, the first country who is going to recognize Texas as a country is France. And due to that, Texas has opened the first embassy in the world in that building. And now that building is Chopard, which is a very expensive jewelry shop. Meaning Texans are very rich, maybe. I don't know. And you see that the windows of Christmas for the person who wants to spend a little bit of money. And you can see something very, how can I say, typical of these shops. They have no price. You see, in France, it's compulsory to show the price in a window or on a product. And the price are not like in the US. So it means they are always have got the VAT on it. In the US, when it's written $10, you have to know you're going to pay something like 12. Here in France, if it's a 10, it's 10. The VAT is included. But you have to put the VAT, you have to put the price. But this place, they don't have because they are considered like, how can I say, like artist or like art at least. So due to that, they can have the product with that price. I think maybe it's to avoid you to have a heart attack because when you see the price of the jewelries, you say, oh, well, that's too much. So you see here, you see the decoration of the square with all the Christmas trees, all the shops, all the buildings have got decoration. Plus we have got big Christmas trees. And here on my right, this is the column Vendôme. So these columns, which has at the top of it, if I zoom on it, I can zoom on it. Yes, absolutely, Neil. You see, you've got a little Napoleon. That's Napoleon I, who put himself at the top of the column, just to remember he was on the top of the world. A bit of megalomania. And the column has been done with the cannon, which have been taken to the enemy. I mean, the Austrian and the Polish and Russian at the Battle of Austerlitz. And so the column is in bronze. So here you've got some ministry, some bank, and also the magnificent Ritz Hotel. You know, the Ritz, this is the last place where Princess Diana has been seen alive, because unfortunately, she took a car with Lafayette, and they drove, and they never came back from that drive because they die here in Paris, scratching the car, bumping the car into a pillar under the bridge. So the last image we have got from the Princess Diana alive is when she leaves this building smiling to the CCTV camera. And every year, the Ritz puts a kind of a big, like a, how can I say, like a teddy bear, if I can say, and people sit inside and make the pictures. So we're not going to do that because there is a line to do that. I mean, but I just show it how it works. And they are also selling some puppets, some teddy bear, which are pretending to be like the rich one. So let me turn around it. Hopla. Sorry, I'm just going to pass here. And that's it. Hopla, you see? It's a big teddy bear, which has got the uniform of the rich person. And if you want to buy one teddy bear, you can buy one teddy bear. So we are not going to stay here. We are just going to move, and I'm going to show you all the decoration in the street from here. So the most expensive place, because as I said, it's only jewelries and expensive shop. You see here, it's Graph. It's another jewelry shop. I'm not going to show you all the windows of jewelries, just not to make you too, how can I say, frustrated. Of course, if you want to make a mail order, I can help you for that. But I mean, of course, the shop, you see, for instance, here you've got the famous Cartier shop, which is quite expensive, but they are, of course, proposing you the famous Pantera from Cartier, which is an iconic design from Cartier. You see the Pantera is here as the sculpture. And so on the earrings, or here you've got a beautiful necklace. On the necklace, you've got a Pantera. I don't know if I zoom on it, if you can see it. You see here. I don't know if you realize this is a little Pantera. See right here. I think you can see now it's a Pantera. It's made of diamonds and gold and emerald. So, you know, we've got a word from that to express the idea of the window shopping. Because in French, we don't use the word window shopping. We use another word. I'm sure that some of you already heard that word, especially if they have been with me. So we use a funny word for that. The ladies don't say we go for, yes, absolutely nil. We don't go for window shopping. We go for window licking. So in French, licking, to lick, is mean like Bulgari. Look, not bad either. Lick is lécher. So the French ladies say we go to do some lèche vitrine. But if I translate it, it will be written on your Google Translator, licking window. Like if the French ladies were, this is the noise of a French lady which is licking the windows. That's maybe why always the windows are so clean in Paris, you know, because ladies are cleaning so much the windows with their tongue that make the windows absolutely perfectly clean. So this street we take now, and we're going to go to the end of the street to reach the opera, and then we walk from the opera to the department store. So the street we pass now, of course, which is all decorated with the Christmas light, is a street named Rue de la Paix. So I'm going to cross here. It's traffic jammy, so I can pass even if it's red for the pedestrian, because all the cars are stuck in the traffic. So the Rue de la Paix, which is in the second district of Paris, you see that's how it's named the street of the Peace, Rue de la Paix. And that street, Rue de la Paix, it's considered to be with the Place Vendôme, where we were, the most expensive street in Paris. What we mean by most expensive, it's not the fact that the street is more expensive by building it, but because of the shop which are inside. Because it's only high-end shop with many jewelry shop. And you know, if you know the game, the Monopoly, I think maybe if you take the American version, maybe it's going to be the Fifth Avenue or something like that. Here it's going to be this place, which is, that sounds good. Hot chocolate. Chocolate in Paris, why not? That the Hyatt Vendôme, it's one of the 5-star hotel in the street, like the Ritz. The Ritz, the 5-star palace, a little bit above. And so the most expensive place and the most location in the game, in the Monopoly, it is the street of La Paix, Rue de la Paix. I'm going to cross to show you the decoration of Cartier, that the main shop, that the flagship of Cartier, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You see, there's lots of people in the street because they love to go shopping and to look at the windows. As I said, like window shopping, we can't afford to buy it sometimes. And you see, this is, look, the decoration of Cartier. I'm going to cross so like that you will have a better vision of that. That's what they do for Christmas only. Let me cross the street just to see if there is no car, which want to just have to wait 1 second in the street because there's some car coming. And okay, that's my time to cross now. And let's go the other way. And look, this is, you see the Cartier buildings. So you see they have got these red boxes, which are typical, the red boxes of Cartier. Only Cartier do that. You know, people are buying the box empty because the box by itself, it's like a jewelry box. So it's expensive. So lots of people buy I see that, you know, some people are reselling the box. So, I mean, if you can't afford the jewelries, you can afford the box maybe. And you see here, you've got the symbols of Cartier, the Panthera. Panthera, you see that animals on all their, I mean, not on all, but on many, many of their design of jewelries. Every year they put a new jewelries design with Panthera. Can have in bracelet, in watch, in pendant, in earrings, in many, many different things. So we still walk on. We are going to be in less than 1 minute. We're going to arrive to the Opera House. So all the shops are decorated in the same way. You see, Christmas tree outside with light inside. Yes, of course, it's disappointing to get an empty box. But I mean, if you get the box and then you get the jewelries, you are happy to get the jewelries, but don't throw the box away. That's what I mean. You can even resell it. That's what I mean, you know. I mean, of course, if you receive just the empty box, you see, for instance, like an engagement present. Oh, darling, I want to marry you, and this is my engagement present. What is it? Oh, a Cartier. You open, it's empty. Oh. I agree. That could be disappointing. That wasn't my purpose. I mean, keep the box. It's valuable. So we arrive in front of a very nice shop, which is in connection with the Opera House, which is the next stop. That shop is called Repito. Repito is the people who have invented the ballet shoes. So you see, they always have got a beautiful Christmas window. You see, very, very beautiful. And they always have got a tutu, you see, from the Paris Opera. And you see, they put the lights like if you were on a stage. And this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that tutu. That's the little dress, of course, for the ballet dancer. And you see in the back over there, you see all these little things. This is the ballet shoes. That's Repetto, which has been invented. It's a very funny story. I mean, funny. I don't know if it's funny. Funny maybe is not a good word, but it's a very interesting It's a very interesting story. Sorry. The fact is, a boy was a ballet dancer, and he was coming back home always with his toes, his feet, his finger foot, which were very, very damaged. Very damaged. So he said to his mother, it's really painful. It was due to the fact that the ballet shoes at that time, they have got some, how can I say that? They have got some pieces which were stitched inside. So every time he was pressing, that was making a damage to his feet. So the mother, which was a very good person to knit, she created shoes without any stitch or any line inside. And that was so comfortable. He started dancing with it, and it's shoo. No, it's a choo. So he started dancing with that, and his best friend said, "Wow, what are you having on your feet? It's incredible. These shoes look so comfortable." And he said, "My mother did that for me." So his friend said, "Could you ask your mother to do a pair for me?" And he said, "Yes, of course I can ask my mother. You are my best friend." And that was done. So the mother did for him also a pair of shoes. And then they were dancing like that. So another guy came and said, "Hey, that's fantastic. Could you ask your mother to do one?" And the girls came, "Hey, that's fantastic. Could you ask your mother to do one?" So finally the mother said, "Well, I should start a business." And the mother is going to start a business of dancing shoes. And this is the famous ballet shoes that all the dancers in the world are having. And that was coming from Repetto, the shop I've just shown you. The big building we have got in front of us, which is all light up with a huge Chanel advertising. This is the Opera House. So that's where we have got the famous ballet of the Opera of Paris, which is standing in that location. And you've got here the square of the Opera with the famous Café de la Paix, one of the old cafés in Paris from the 19th centuries, all decoration, Art Nouveau. And you see all the Haussmannian buildings. On the old light, now we have got some LED as electricity inside, you see, to have low consumption. But, Catherine, you were in that cafe. It's nice cafe to make a sketch, Catherine. So, but this is the old structure of the old light lamps, post lamps that we had from the origin of the electricity, and even before from the gas lights in Paris. They kept, in fact, the metal and bronze stuff, and they just changed the power inside from gas to electricity, and now to have got the LED, the low consumption. So we walk by the opera to arrive to the famous windows of Christmas. I'm going to show you two Christmas windows from the two famous department store. So let me explain you on the way. Just 3 minutes transition walk. I'm just following a garbage place. No, they are not garbage. They are cleaning. So what? The opera is covered by a Chanel advertising. In fact, it's not a dress. I explain you that. Interesting, that question, that remark you have, because I can't understand what you think, but in fact, it's not that at all. The opera is under renovation. And in front of the opera, there is a huge, ugly scaffolding, metal scaffolding, which is absolutely ugly. And the renovation cost a lot. And in France, we have got a law. If a company wants to pay for the renovation, like that, we don't pay in our taxes. In that case, that company can put on advertising to cover the ugly scaffolding. So in fact, on one hand, you've got an ugly scaffolding and you pay taxes, and it's disgrace because the building is ugly. Or the other case, you have got an ugly advertising, but at least you don't pay the taxes. Myself, I prefer to have got an advertising, which is, in a sense, a bit more beautiful than the ugly metal scaffolding. That's just to reply. So about the department store, where we arrive right now, they have been created at the end of the 19th centuries, and it's going to be the heaven for ladies. Why that? Because in one shop, you have got on multiple floor, in fact, for the Galeries Lafayette on 6th floor, for the whole blocks of building, that's the one we arrived right now, you are going to have got everything that a lady can dream, from shoes to dresses to hats to perfume to cosmetic to any accessories or things for decorating the house or whatever. On 6th floor, it is for the ladies and the kids. And the other building from the gallery is dedicated to the to the men, but that's a smaller building. Because we are poor with the men. We don't need anything special. Everything is given for the ladies. So the Galeries Lafayette have got Christmas window. Every year, you see, the department store is like that, decorated with lights everywhere and lights in the street. All the trees are light up. All the streets light up like a very fairy moment. And then, since Friday, this is school holidays, so you see kids are coming, young one, in a pram or a bit older, or even people which are not kids at all, and they are going to look at the Christmas window. And look how crowded it is. So we're going to put the gimbal above to be able to see the Christmas window. I'm just going to show you the first one, which I think is very nice. Oh, I've got a pram in front of me and a baby, so it's a bit traffic jammy. You see there's kids everywhere. You see they all come here to see the Christmas window. I have to admit, I have done that since I'm 5. My aunt was bringing me here every year to show me that. You see what we have here? You have got these windows, like this one, and you have got puppets inside. You see, like this puppet. These puppets are animated. You see? They're animated with a string, which are holding and making them move. And the kids are looking at these puppets animated, and these puppets are explaining a story. There's always a story. I'm just going to try to go to one which is less crowded. And these animated puppets make a story. Of course, this story is completely, if I could say, non-accurate for an adult. Je vous en prie. Because an adult won't think like a kid, but for the kids, you see here, it's something absolutely marvelous. And that's going to make work their imagination. You see here, for instance, you have got the printing machine for the Christmas paper, which are going to be around the present. Of course, you see the little elf, if you can call them like that. They are looking and preparing the Christmas paper to put around the present. And you see, oh, here comes a Father Christmas. Oh, here comes something. The shoes. It look like cowboys shoes. And what is incredible, we know ourselves because we are grown-up adults. It doesn't work like that. We know that a printing doesn't come out from that, and it doesn't work with a little puppet which is moving on it. But for these kids, look at that. For these kids, this is much nicer than Cartier. This is where they do the window shopping. And sometimes it's not kids, because when you were a kid, you were coming here, and now you can be a bit older lady like that one. And you see, she's going to open her phone and she's going to make maybe a little video. Why she's going to make a video? Because she's going to make pictures of video and she's going to send, you see, to her kids or grandkids. Say, hey, look, I've been to Paris. I've been to the Christmas windows. Remember last year we were there together, and that's it. You see, she's making a little video. So you see, it's all age because we go from a bit older lady to very young ladies, which are waiting their turn to be able to go to the windows. So all around the shop, you've got these Christmas windows. All of them are, of course, surprising, and all of them are mesmerizing the eyes of the kids. Because the kids, as I said, they believe things that we don't believe. And so even if for us it looks a bit inaccurate, for them it's not a problem because their imagination is above our imagination. And when you see some pink rabbit like that, yes, absolutely, as many as children. When you see pink rabbit like that, which are flying in the sky, we think this is not possible. Pink rabbit doesn't exist and pink rabbit doesn't fly. But for a kid, it's absolutely possible because they see it. So if they see it, it is absolutely possible. And tonight, merci. Hop là, pas de souci. And tonight, when we go to sleep, in their bed, they're going to remember that and they're going to dream of that. You see, look, all of them. Oh, that one is running to see. Oh, so beautiful. Look at her eyes. You see how much she's stuck by that? Of course, for ourselves, if there is anybody who works in the security, we know that it's not good to be held by a ribbon like that and to be held with a kind of a little, I don't know how you call that, like on the boat and pulled by another one. Of course, this is completely out of all the security things you should do. That doesn't matter. A pulley, okay, thank you. So you see, doesn't matter for the kids. This works perfectly. For the kids, this is absolutely normal. And they are so excited to describe and to speak about everything they see. You see the numbers of kids here? And I hear the little girl, the one with the pink jacket, which is pointing. She said, "Oh, look, that one. He's held by a rope." So we're going to overtake this group of people because they are so numerous. And we see we are not already in Christmas. So you can imagine the tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, it's going to be terrible here. So this is the Galeries Lafayette, okay? And also, of course, what is very important for the kids, oh, that one, she's running. That's the one with the pink jacket that we've seen before. And so let's try to go here. If I can pass through. Hopla, hopla, hopla. This is the desk of Santa Claus. And you see what he has got, Santa Claus. He has got all the letters which have been written by the kids. So he receives all the letters and he's going to read the letters sent by the kids to say, I want that, I want that, I want that. And then they're going to have got one of his help, you see, which is going to have a stamp. And every letters come here are going to be stamped, received, received. And then you see he has got on his calendars 24, 25, means this is the most important date for him, that the night of Christmas. And if you want to call Santa Claus, because you need to say something to him, you've got a direct line to Santa Claus and he's going to reply to you. In France, we have got a special address which is held by the French post office. And we have got a special phone number, which is held by the French telecom. And kids can phone and can write all the letters. You don't need to pay. It's a free line and it's a free post. And they're going to arrive to a place in the south of France and they're going to reply to the kids. We receive your wishing list. I hope you have been a good boys or good girls and you must be nice dear, listening your parents, doing good at school, being good with your friend. And if you do that, okay, if you promise that to me, you may have some of your presents on your wishing list. So the kids say, you see Santa Claus reply to me. So it's very cute. You see all that? I'm not going to show all that. Okay, Suzanne. Okay, I got that on your wishing list. But now you have to prove that you have been a good girl and you're going to be a good girl next year, It's not as easy as you think. So we're going to leave the Galeries Lafayette because there is another shop and the windows are completely different and I want you to experience the two different shops. It's not easy to walk here. There's so many people. I feel like being in the underground. Oh, I'm going to cross here. Sorry for the image, which is a bit not fantastic, but because there's so many people, so I go on the street. So I have to be careful because I'm in the middle of the car, but it's so crowded with the people walking that I'm going to take too much time. So I cross by the street and I want to cross the other side of the street if it's possible. And I want to show you is the mall versus the tree. No, versus the tree is the opera house. This is the backside of the opera house. That is the backside of the opera house. What I want to go is there to the other department store, which is also Galeries Lafayette, but that one is Lafayette Gourmet. Gourmet sounds like food, no? Absolutely. So the Lafayette Gourmet, it's a department store dedicated only for food, but not, the food that you buy in the supermarket, the food which is high-end, like foie gras, caviar, very good sausage, incredible pastry. And you see, they have got some of the best chefs which having their own shop. It means you need to make a long line to go to buy, for instance, a pastry from Cyril Lignac. You see, Cyril Lignac is one of the most famous chefs here. You see, it means you be online here for Cyril Lignac. The Cyril Lignac is inside, you see? You go there, and then that's where is the shop of Cyril Lignac, right on the side. So the people go on the line here, and they're going to follow the line with me, because I have to go the opposite side of the line anyway. And that's the line, just to go to buy pastries from Cyril Lignac. See, people are lining, and people are arriving in front of me. And there's a lady here who is saying to the people, now it's late, so I can't guarantee you will have the pastry you want tonight. You have to come back tomorrow morning early. So you see that the line is just to wait for. And inside this department store, there is no clothes or jewelries or accessories, only food. On 3 floors, you imagine, only food. And so from champagne, and so either you buy food or you come to eat. You see, they have got everywhere, they have got a place to sell and they have got a place to eat. So you can do both, go inside, have a taste of the food and eat inside, or just buy and take away. And here they have got, of course, the famous macaron shop. So you know the name of this very famous French company for macaron, but I'm sure you all know this name of this famous macaron shop, which is the inventors of the macaron, which is called La Durée. And here you see you've got the shop of La Durée. So here you see this is where you can buy the macaron. You see they are selling. Ooh, that sounds so good. Oh, he's putting the macaron in the box, no, in the bag, in fact. And then you also can eat inside, you see? That's to take away, and that's to eat in. And for Christmas, they have done this very nice one. It's like a Christmas log, and this one is made like a star, and they call it the star log, and it's made of vanilla and pecan nuts and praline. Oh, that's for more than 10 years. And you see on the top of it, you've got a macaron from La Durée. And that is, zoom on it for you to feel, I want to get a little part of it. You can. You just have to come to Paris. It's not complicated. You take the flight at the first airport. 6, 10, 12, 14 hours later, you are in Paris. You arrive to Charles de Gaulle. 3 hours later, you are here in Haussmann, and you meet me, and we go to eat La Durée macaron. Life is simple, you know. Yeah, there is La Durée New York. But I mean, it's a long way to travel, no? For the macaron when they arrive to America. So here we're in front of the Printemps, which is another department store, the competitors of the Galeries Lafayette. And you see here they put the decoration in red. See, so the street is in gold, and the roof, the sky roof, is in red. And this is the place where they have put the idea of New York. So New York, New York. They also have got music. You can't hear the music, I think, because of the mic that have a mic to just listen my voice and to avoid you the noisy to hear the music. So look at how many people are there with their kids. And here they do very well because they put a little stairs. You see here there's a stair, and here there's a little stage where the kids are going to be able to go, not to be bothered by adults, and they are going to be protected. Normally the adults shouldn't go there. No, the adults shouldn't go with the kids. They have to leave the kids. And so let me show you a bit of the idea that the French have got from New York. So of course, the New Yorkers on board, and the one which know New York very well, are going to be able to tell me which district of New York I'm going to show you if I can approach. You know, it's so crazy. Okay, so this is New York. So let me approach. And okay. Here we are. So where that is? Where people are dancing, going to see musical comedy. Times Square, absolutely. And the district is Broadway. Thank you, Tish. So you see, this is the idea of Broadway. So you can see all the ups. Sorry, I'm pushing the lady with my. You see the puppets here. Oh, I tried to go out of where I was. It's so crowded. Oh, I don't know if I can be able to move out. So the puppets here are like dogs, cats. I mean, they're animals. They are pets. Well, they also have got some pig and some sheep and some bear. So maybe not all pets, but I mean animals. Same things. They are made like a teddy bear. I mean, like a doll, and they are all also animated. So you see, this is another district of New York. So let's see if you can recognize your city. If the French, oh, there is less people here, so it's good. I can jump inside. So where am I? I know you call that the little run things in these buildings, this outside staircase. People a bit like Bobo. So no idea where that, which district is it? No, I help you so? This is Soho. Oh, look that ship. I love that ship. Oh, she's so fancy, so trendy, so, oh, yeah, fabulous. Soho, yes. So we go to another one. Oh, this is adult. And we can see the other windows. Well, where there is a group of people, that's where there is a windows. Ah, so going to New York, we also are going to go to the sports stuff. What is it? Where are we? Yeah, that's the place for the match avenue and the basketball. And you see these absolutely sexy cheerleaders. Most sexy one I've ever seen. They're green. Are they Boston? Are they Celtic playing the Knicks? Look that Knicks. He's not playing fair. He's pulling the tail of the other one. Oh, that's not fair. I noticed one mistake. Oh, you see, I'm sure there's plenty. But for the kids, it is just a pleasure. You see, look, they're coming, and they are going. So let's try to see another one, if I can advance. I wanted to do the tour by night for you to see the light, but of course by night, parents are not working, so they come with the kids. It's a very good business for the department store because kids are bringing their parents because of course the kids are too young to come here alone. So it means the parents are taking the kids and the parents are looking in the windows, also the products which are proposed as I mean as a sponsor of the windows. So here it's not especially a specific street in New York, but it's about something which is very famous in New York, the famous New York gastronomy. And what is the famous New York gastronomy? Hot dog. That, of course, you must try one of these terrible hot dogs when you are in. And you've got here a little cap. Oh, yes, sounds like the Yankees, no? The dirty woods dog. So you see, that's a street food. And they are in front of the Met. You see that the Met. And people are in front of the Met and they are eating. They are having a good time. Or that one is eating a hamburger. That one, they have some French fries. That one is skating in the snow because maybe you have got snow in winter. And that one is bringing not a hot dog, but a pizza dog. Yes, pizza too. Here is the pizza. And that the famous pizza dog, you see, he's bringing. And of course, for that very good gastronomy, you need to have some ketchup and mustard. Look, the pizza dog. Here is the pizza dog. You know the pizza dog? Yeah? You don't know? So you have to invent it. And they're cute, all these little. Hoopla. Sorry, people's are passing in front of. You know, there's so many peoples. You are lucky to see that from your porch or your home, because believe me, here it's a mess. And for me, it's not the most easy tour to do in the street. I love to do that because I told you my aunt was bringing me here when first time I think I was 5 when I came here, and it was like, wow, auntie, it's so fabulous. And you see everywhere, you see the lights. All Paris is ready for Christmas. Every buildings are light up, and now we go for the last 4 windows. So what else in New York? What is very, very, very typical from New York? Traffic jam. And the yellow cab in the traffic jam. You see, that is also the idea of New York from France. People are stuck in the traffic jam into the yellow cabs. You see, you've got the buildings, bricks behind, and here you've got the cabs and the puppets which are dancing on the cabs. One is making a stop panel, but doesn't need to make a stop because anyway everything is already stopped. That one is putting some lights to make some home decoration, preparing Christmas. And of course, in the sky, that's where all the puppets and see all the wires and all the mechanism of the puppets. But don't worry, the kids don't look that. The kids look at that. Oh, what a fancy glasses. So the windows don't last for long, you know. The windows are just end of November and finish first week of January. So they are there for 5 weeks. We think about New York, it's a and for the Parisian, when you go to New York, that's where you go for winter stuff. So you see, Central Park is already under the snow. And so this beautiful ship is skiing in Central Park. Oh, that's a beginner. These ones are preparing the lights. And of course, some have put a huge snowman. These ones are making preparing some snowball contest. Or he has got a friend which is bringing all the snowballs or lots of ammunition. Ok. La vitrine d'après. Elle, elle est sur la 5e avenue, elle est. C'est pour ça, maintenant. Oui, si, mais la patinoire, elle est sur Centrale, elle est sur 5e avenue. Elle est là-bas. That's I say no because it's not here. It's very, very trendy. That's a typical rich New Yorkers, no? Oh yeah. And the old man, look. So two last window. I don't see the time, so maybe we're arriving more or less at the end. Oh, we have got 6 minutes more, so good. We do it in 3 minutes, so like that we can keep some question. I can keep some 2 or 3 minutes to reply to all your questions. So the two last windows, yes, the one is the ice skating place, and that windows is sponsored by a chocolate company, which has got a very specific chocolate, which is called Ferrero Rocher, which is like a little round chocolate made of praline, can have different taste, and it's covered by a golden pepper, very, very famous. And so you see, okay, let's go to the okay, here it is. You see here, look, these two ice skaters, they bring you a box of chocolate. That sounds so good, no? And some of them are doing some more technical things. You see? Oh, that's professional ice skater, no? What a couple. Je t'en prie, vas-y, vas-y. And look this group of little not that we've got the girls, but look at this group of ice skater. Okay, I just moved the camera, because there's so many people in front of me. I just try to give you a good shot on the view. But kids are passing, of course, and the kids are the priority. Yes, yes, shops make lots of sales because as parents come with the kids, everybody is after that they want to go into the shop and to see what they have seen in the windows. So the last windows is one of the districts we have so far in New York. It's a very famous district too. Okay, so I'm just going to try to go on the side of it, but I've got a wall of parents in front of me. So I just try to go a little bit on the side, but there is a kid. I don't want to push that kid. Where are we? Where are we? Here. Wall Street on downtown on Broadway. Yes, here is Wall Street. So Santa Claus is in Wall Street. And the Wall Street bankers are there. Look, the ladies with her fabulous skirt and jacket, and she must have got like a little carré Hermès. And so you see, this is the idea of Wall Street. I've been to Wall Street. It's not that ideal things, but the kids look, so sweet. Ah, nice. So you may have some windows once. So, my friends, on here you see at the end of the corner, you've got the Salvation Army, which are trying to reach, and they're singing, and they're trying to get some money for the donation from the people. So I just put back the camera on me. If I find the place, here it is. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed because it's not an easy tour to do. It's a fabulous and so how can I say um, friendly on myself. For me, it's so lovely to do that. But I hope you could enjoy it, even if it's very crowded. Like that, you really have got the craziness of Christmas in Paris. You've seen the jewelry shop, you've seen the beautiful Place Vendôme, you see the opera, and after that, you see the streets of the Galeries Lafayette and the Place Vendôme. Uh, there's no real fur coats. You know, we are not selling any more fur coats. We are selling synthetic coats because we have got how can I say a law against it.
So Patrick, I know you're seeing the chat. Are you also seeing the Q&A? Can you
No,
can you is there a way
uh,
for you to open that box up, or do I need to read those to you?
yes, please, because a part of that I have to turn my camera upside
Yeah,
down to be able to read the.
sure. All right, so we'll do a speed round because I know it's almost time. So Ellen and Susan want to know, what's your favorite window display?
So myself, I love a lot the one from New York, and I think I love a lot the sweet ice skater, which are bringing the chocolate. I love these two guys which are pushing one each other, and I've got a handful of chocolate. Maybe because I'm a bit greedy. Maybe because I've got a sweet mouth. Maybe that's why it's my favorite.
So Lisa asks, do these displays change each year or do they stay the same? And Lisa's also wondering if they change. Do you remember what last year's theme was?
Yes, yes. Last year it was about a travel in train. So it was good. It was the people were going to the mountain. And every year it's about a travel. So this year it's a travel to New York. Last year it was a travel to the ski resort. So the people were going to the train station, then they were taking the train, then they were eating the train, then they were speaking to the grandparents' mountain place.
Great. So Patrick, you froze up on us a little bit. I'll try to squeeze in a
I don't
couple
hear
more.
you.
Yeah, I'll try to squeeze in a couple more questions, Patrick. Jeff asks, what is your favorite Christmas movie in France?
Maybe a one that you don't know, which is called which is called the Santa Claus is a bad person. It's a very funny one, okay? And so it's not a love romantic Santa Claus movie. It's a very, very funny one. It's come from a theater. And in fact, Santa Claus is like a hobo in that movie, and it's just so funny. It's not only for the kids. I mean, it's mainly for the adults. And so there's lots of Christmas movie. But to be honest, I'm not a big Christmas movie watcher. So I have to ask my kids because and the one I like it was that one. So funny. It's dating from 40 years now, and every year I like to watch it, even if I know nearly every single word of that movie. In French, it's called Le Père Noël est une ordure.
There you go. So, folks, let's give Patrick a big virtual round of applause for a great tour. I really enjoyed myself. It was funny to see Paris's take on New York. That was interesting to see. I really enjoyed those windows. By the way, Patrick, I don't know if you noticed, you were probably focused on the tour, obviously, but I saw three different people with Boston Red Sox hats on during your 1 hour tour. So maybe there's a little bit of our Red Sox nation in France. So
Ah,
Patrick, yeah, Patrick, any last words for the audience before we wrap things up?
no, no, I know the Red Sox because I play softball, and my team is we have got a Red Sox uniform because
Oh,
the people are from we are a group of Japanese, French, and American, and all the American are from Boston. So we play on Sunday, and we have got a white and red uniform with the red socks caps. On the team is called the Paris Angel Sun. Paris in French, Angel in English, and Sun in Japanese.
There you go. Very good. So, Patrick, I'm sure we'll see you again at some point in 2026. We won't be strangers. For those watching live, I'll look for an email from me later today with a link to the recording and information about some other upcoming virtual programs that might be of interest. Patrick, how do you say Merry Christmas in France, in French?
Joyeux Noël.
Joyeux Noël.
Oh, great. Joyeux Noël. And so Merry Christmas to all of you. Yes, I go to reply to a question I just saw. I leave the day after tomorrow. I go to London for Christmas. And then I go for New Eve to Morzine for my the ski resort. So I will be in between London and Morzine, and I come back to Paris the 2nd of January. And yes, Robert, I hope we can do. I've got 2 webinars which are ready, and I think it's really good about Jacques-Louis David and the other one about the Art Nouveau, which are 2 exhibitions which take place in Paris, which are very interesting. But that will be a home webinar.
Yeah. That's great, Patrick. I might even be able to squeeze you in a month or two. So, Patrick, I'll be in touch. Thank you all so much, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Thanks again, Patrick.
Thanks a lot, and Merry Christmas to everybody, and thank you for all your job, Robert, and thank you for all the people on tour. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Bye.
Des baisers de Paris et joyeux Noël à tout le monde. Au revoir.